So Drake is on tour. He been having tantrums, girl. He been doing all types of acts. He's been, trying to prove that he's not dead. He's very much alive. It's a lot going on.
I don't even know why, though. I mean,
but he is charting, so I am gonna give him that.
Yes,
he's charting.
That is exactly where I was about to go.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because at this point, I know we talked about it in here, and I know y'all don't care for some sexy songs for you, but the boy is moving. He is right now. Some sexy songs for you is supposed to be headed to #1 on Billboard.
Well, congratulations, man.
Nice.
That's a big thing for him, because I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like the Kendrick goggles of Not Like Us has changed the way a lot of people look at Drake.
Yeah,
which is so unfair
Drake
for him.
is still a superstar. He still
is.
has core fans. He's still gonna hit #1 on all those charts.
I know.
He still got the labels calling saying what song should be at radio.
Yeah,
so even through the lawsuit.
I know,
they
but
did
it's
that
just,
last week.
It's hard to not look at some of the things and then to see what he's doing, and then you just immediately think back to some of Kendrick's lyrics. Like, remember, he was like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, even the way that you dress.
Yeah, people talk about his outfits on tour.
The outfits, yes.
And I'm like, that's crazy, because I feel even the stuff he's been doing on tour. So like the shoot, there was like one
girl,
step where
the
he's like
machine
shooting
gun
his
when he
gun
was like
opening one of his songs,
and the
then
flame
he threw the Rosen jersey
But
down.
he's been doing the shooting thing.
But that's what I'm
for
saying.
a long time in all his tours.
I literally said to myself, I'm like, but he's been doing this.
Maybe
so why
we didn't
is it-
realize
I never
how
seen him do
corny
that
it
before.
was.
The same thing with the outfits. He's been doing the outfits too.
No. He used to dress a little bit.
He would do
better.
them funny outfits and the matching outfits with the bright colors. He would do them too.
I ain't never seen him wear a T-shirt that said, "Where do you see my D?" and the arrow pointing in his mouth.
I mean, probably not that exact T-shirt, but
Where
like,
was that at? That was the T-shirt that he had on?
in
it
Australia.
was, where do you see mine? And it pointed down.
There's no arrow pointing to
It
his
was
mouth.
pointing at his mouth.
And that wasn't on stage. He was walking around.
I've never seen him with a hoodie on with smoke coming from the holes. Like, I just,
I think
It's a
even
lot.
though that's headed up the charts. I know "Give Me a Hug" hit #1 on like US, like a Apple Music chart as well too.
Amazing.
I do think that the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us effect is a thing, because even he posted there was a video of like a drone that was flying around. I think it was just like a promotional ad, low key, for Drake and Stake, which is where he be doing his sports gambling.
Yep.
And even when I saw that, I'm like, why he doing all that?
It's like we've been.
I love
our
Drake,
blinders
though,
have
but
been
I'm
taken
so
off.
confused.
But he did these stupid videos before.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm
And everybody loved it before. They
So you
thought it
saying
was
he
funny
always was
before.
stupid?
He would always do these stupid videos.
What is this conversation?
Like the
about now?
workout video
I
he
just
did with
wanted
Taylor
to
Swift.
Drake.
Remember
I wanted
It's
to show
about
Drake
Drake.
some love because the music is charting. I don't know how.
Doesn't sound like love, but go ahead.
I know.
See, it's the
First of all, y'all are having a conversation about Drake that's been going on since the beginning of time. Drake has always charted, and he's always been corny.
I ain't never seen. I
we
honestly
weren't
never seen him as
The girls
corny
weren't
until just now. To be honest with you,
we weren't considering him. And some girls are like, he gave out
OG
Birkins.
Drake hater over
This is
here,
an
baby.
OG Drake hater.
Okay, day one. Drop
I'm
one of
not a
those
Drake
bombs for
hater.
me.
Definitely, he's a Drake hater.
OG.
But he's always done them stupid commercials, like him working out and act like he's listening to music. He's listening to Taylor Swift as he works out. He's always done these
By
stupid
the way,
commercials.
and he has a huge fan base.
does.
Even whether or not Kendrick Lamar won the rap battle, we know that.
And he's still charting and
but
making.
Drake still has a base.
Yeah,
Yes, huge base.
100%. Yeah,
wow. In other news,
exactly. Because I don't even want to
Tyla.
go on him no more. He give out Birkins and Chanel's. We gonna leave him alone.
he ain't giving us one.
I got one. I have a Chanel.
No,
Drake?
From Drake.
His birthday party. Yeah.
Oh, he gave you
gives
one?
them out. Yeah,
Oh.
he literally raffles them off at his birthday party. The
Well, you
big
ain't
one.
getting another one because you sitting next to the biggest hater of his. So that's
The
on
big-
him.
He just gave you one?
He raffles them. He gave out 5 that night.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I swear. My sister used to dance for him on the Scorpion tour, and I went to his birthday party.
That's
known.
your little sister?
No, she not my real sister.
Oh, I was ready to
but
say.
If you ever been to
Any
Drake's
girl that
tour
talk
where you see
to
the
me
got
in
about
love,
4 bars coming
just
for
make
you.
sure you
might
got
as
your
well
little
just-
sister from him.
You might as well just tell us now, Lord.
Yeah, what happened, y'all?
I promise you,
say.
I went to Drake's birthday party and he gave away 5 Chanel bags that night, and I was one of them. I didn't think it was real. I even went up to them and was like, "Yo, what is going on?" And they're like, "We do this all the time."
What
Which is
bag
sister
at now?
older than you, right?
I don't have it today, but y'all have seen it before. It's the big boy, the gray one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, the one that I said I like. No, it's not Cat. It is. She do got a big. No, she do got the big Chanel. That's the one I told her I like. I do like it. Anyway, in Tyla news, all right, so she sat down with British Vogue.
Yeah.
And with the last time when she was up here,
She was dragging Charlamagne
yeah,
on
she
British
was.
Vogue.
Yeah, asked her a question and she looked like, who are you talking to? Or what? I'm sorry, I shouldn't try to do
accent
accents.
was that?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Jess, okay. Yes. So Tyla.
You sound like you sell a fictional bag.
I know, yo, my bad, Tyler. I know you saying like that. Go ahead.
Okay. So Tyla was here at the Breakfast Club and she was asked the question about how she identifies as a black woman or not.
Gotcha.
She recently brought this back up when she was speaking to British Vogue. Let's take a listen to, though, what happened when she came here on the Breakfast Club.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too.
Shut up, man.
I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that.
Man, that baby whipped that neck around like, he asking a question that we said don't ask.
By the way, the label made that bad. Okay, because the label came in here and said, "Don't ask these questions." Of course, I'm going to ask that.
But
question.
we told the label that we was going to ask the questions.
And
that wasn't going to happen.
Look how I asked the question. I said, "School me," giving her an opportunity to.
You was polite. You said it nice. It wasn't an attack.
And then it was like 12 things on the list we couldn't talk about. It was like, damn, well, what else can we ask? You know? But
well, when she sat down with British Vogue, in context, like in fullness of the conversation, she was talking about, just her career and representing where she's from and, just how she's been handling all of that and what representation is like for her and why she doesn't feel the pressure to do so anymore. And they brought up the interview and they said that the interview basically like made the matter kind of worse. And they asked her, why didn't she answer? And she says, me choosing not to say anything, I'm happy that I didn't. I didn't want to explain my culture and something that is really important to me on a platform that is just going to be purposefully misconstrued. I've explained it a lot of times before, but people took that and put words in my mouth. They said a whole bunch of things that I never said and ran with it. If people really search, they'll see that in South Africa, we had a lot of segregation. It was bad for a lot of us. They just classified us, and that's just so happens to be the name that the white people called us. They chose to call people that were mixed colored. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hard because all my life, obviously I knew I'm black, but I also knew that I'm colored. So when I went to America and people were like, you can't say that, I was in a position where I was like, oh, so what do I do? What am I then? She could have said that here.
She could have said that here.
definitely could have said
She could have
that here.
answered that here. Charlamagne didn't ask it a negative way or
because
an
it was
aggressive way.
true.
She could have just answered just like that, right
It
then
is
and there.
true. In South Africa, it was a lot of segregation. There was a lot of things going on in the past and all that stuff. And she's still young, but ever since she was a little girl, she's been called colored. And she get over here and we care more about the actual color you are than just being colored, So it's cultural differences, but she definitely could have said it.
Well, she's probably more prepared to answer it now.
Yeah,
I think that is a big thing too.
She just
I
didn't wanna
also
be
think it's a more.
challenged
I think she might have been nervous about how she would be challenged in this room versus the sit down with
Definitely.
British Vogue. British Vogue is a little bit more.
But
they're not going to, and it's print. You
But
can
he
see
said-
a
What
copy.
if they
But he said-
challenge her on though?
Yeah, he
There's
said,
nothing to
"School me
challenge her
on it."
about. I said, "School me on
he
it."
didn't test it. He just said, school
Yeah,
me.
so
Tell
whatever
us.
she
But
was
to be very honest, this is a very intimidating room depending on who you are when
People
you come
come
up
here
here for an
shaky as
interview.
heck.
People do come, they come up here nonetheless, but they come up here just like sometimes people might come up here on edge and until they realize how cool that you are and that you're not this ugly person. You know what I'm saying? On the inside.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said on the inside.
Why'd you say inside?
Why'd you say that? Because he's not ugly right now.
could have kept going.
outside. But
Damn.
Once they realize his whole face do
yeah,
match.
right.
Yeah.
Then they be like, oh, okay, he's not so big.
By the way, Lauren, you look better with that fake Chanel. But listen,
my
yesterday,
God.
right? We
Oh
do
my
this
God.
all the
I didn't
time.
wear it 'cause I
Whenever
know
guests
it's
come up here, if guests have things that we don't want them to ask, it's up to us whether or not we say yes or no to the request.
Yeah.
That literally happened yesterday. There was a person that called and said, hey, I want to come up, but I don't want to be asked about this. And we said, well, we don't think we cannot ask you about that. And so the person decided not to do the interview. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. Well,
Some breaking news.
oh my God, break it real quick.
Girl, Cassie is pregnant.
That's not breaking.
Girl,
that was on the stream on the live like
into
this
this.
an hour ago, man.
Go adjust your wig, man.
That popped up about an hour ago.
This
That popped up an hour ago. Google it. I seen it like an hour ago.
So why you didn't say nothing?
And
to
you
me?
wearing your
gonna
wig
put-
like
I
T.I.
mean,
used to wear his hat.
to the side.
You so mad. You so mad.
The Breakfast Club.
Your color match.
Don't
Yeah.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.